So it looks like Matt Gorham will remain in the ball game. Actually, this is Jimmy Yacobanis. So he gave me a little turn there so I could see his number. And a defensive change also, as Clark Wise will come in and take the place of Graham Zaprzinski. So Yacobanis not in a safe situation now, but while he was warming up, he was. The Pioneers add 2 more runs and extend their lead to 5 here, as the rain again starts to come down here at Dunfield. So the DH, Cash Barker, will step in. And that first pitch, a fastball by Yacobanis. And another fastball catches the outside corner. But that one will drop in. And Landon Prentice will come over and field that one. Pitch is fouled off there. So the second baseman, Perez, in at the plate. And the fastball blows him away there, so an 0-2 count now. Someday I'd like to get the gun on Yacobanis and see how fast he can throw. Belts that one out to center field. Clout comes in on it and can't make the catch. So now runners on first and second with no outs after 2 consecutive singles. As it looks like Yacobanis is fooling hitters with those first 2 fastballs, but then just can't put him away with the third. So the game here approaching the 3-hour mark. As it's possible we could hit the nail right on the head. And now Landy at the plate. Yacobanis delivers a high fastball. Landy 0 for 3 on the night. As he swings and misses on the breaking ball outside. Yacobanis sets, checks the runner at second, checks again, delivers the pitch, and Landy fouls that one off, so the count 1-2 here. So he was just a little late on that. Yacobanis gets a sign, checks the runner at second, and delivers the pitch. A sweeping breaking ball that almost catches Landy on the foot, so the count 2-2. I wouldn't be surprised if Yacobanis came back with his strong fastball here. Checks the runner at second, delivers a pitch. It is a fastball, and another single, which will score a run. So that fastball not working for Yacobanis. So he's starting out all of his at-bats, or all of his batters strong, as he's gotten 2 strikes on all 3 batters so far this inning, but all 3 have come away with hits so far. And now Sean Osterman will step in. And a breaking pitch that fools Osterman. Yacobanis, who normally doesn't have to go to his breaking stuff, may have to do it here, as hitters have been catching up to his fastball. That pitch breaks a little too far outside, so the count 1-1 here. No outs, runners on first and second. 1 run already in this inning. Cuts the lead to 10-6. And that fastball is low, so a 2-1 count here on Osterman. Checks the runner at second, delivers the pitch. Osterman flinched at that one, but takes it, so it's a 2-2 count now. Yacobanis hoping to register an out here. As the tying run is in the on-deck circle. And the pitch is outside, so a 3-2 count there. No real sense of urgency here with a 4-run lead. Nobody warming up in the Pioneers bullpen. So light rain here. And the pitch by Yacobanis, a fastball in the dirt, so base is loaded now. Bright side is a force at any base. The not so bright side is that the tying run is now at the plate. And Yacobanis just does not have his best stuff tonight. However, this is not the first time we've seen him do this against Newark and then bounce back and get 3 straight strikeouts after really giving the crowd here a scare. So we'll see if he can do that again here tonight. With the bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Pioneers leading 10-6. That looks like a pinch hitter here. And it will be a pinch hitter here, Tariq Stanton. Stanton out of Southern Utah. He takes that pitch inside for a ball, or for a strike rather, catches the inside corner. Stanton on the season takes that for a called strike too. Stanton on the season only batting .056 with 15 strikeouts. An odd move made by Chris Ebright, but maybe hoping that could be the spark here. A little luck on this guy that has had poor hitting so far. Not sure why, but Spencer Brand wanted a little clarification there. Thought maybe Stanton had swung, but really just kind of nudged his hands a little bit there. So the count 1-2 here. Pitch by Yakubanis is swung on. Grounded to Hamula. Throw is offline to second, so now 2 runs will score. Runners on the corners with no outs. And now the winning run is on the plate, or at the plate rather, and Ben Bostic, as that was really the ball that the Pioneers were looking for, but maybe a little jitters there and cracked under the pressure. So now runners on the corners, no outs. And the tying run is at the plate. Excuse me, the winning run at the plate. And that pitch is a ball. Bostic squares around, pulls back, but takes it for a called strike. So go ahead running Bostic at the plate. Squares the bunt. Pulls back again and is called a strike. So 1-2 here. And a defense chant started here in the crowd at Dunfield. And that one is in the dirt, allowing Stanton to advance to second. So now runners on second and third, no outs, and the go-ahead run at the plate. The tying run at second. I'm sure not the outing that Yakubanis was looking for here. It looks like his cleats are getting a little gunked up there. And the payoff pitch is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. Yakubanis sets. Delivers a pitch, and that one is grounded to McIntyre at first. He'll make the play. So 1 out. The Pioneers lead now cut to 1 with the tying run at third. And now Philip Flack at the plate. Flack came in for Crowdis in the 8th inning and grounded out to the shortstop. The Pioneers infield playing in here, trying to keep everything in front of them. And Flack fouls that one off, so the count 1-1 here. They do not want to let that tying run into score. And they especially do not want Flack on base with the big hitter Brent Langston coming up. And that one is... Nobody calls it over there between the shortstop and third baseman, so the tying run comes in now. And now 5 runs have scored for Newark in this inning. And as unfortunate as that is, it will go down as a hit. And the fans here at Dunn Field are stunned with what has happened here in the top of the 9th inning. A complete letdown where the Pilots have scored 5 runs. Off of 5 singles and a walk. And now the first pitch to Langston is a ball. So the go-ahead run at first. And now 2 straight balls thrown here to Langston. And nobody warming up in the Pioneers bullpen. And a strike call there. And Langston pops that one up in the infield. McIntyre's ranging underneath it, and he'll make the catch. So 2 outs now. And now the catcher, Watson, will come in. Watson fouls that one into the net. And that one just misses outside. It's got 1-1. And now a rundown gets the final out of the top of the 9th inning. Pioneers hoping to break this 10-10 tie after a debacle of the top of the 9th. Luckily still with a chance here. And I'd like to try to score that here, but it'll be interesting. I'll let the official scorer figure it out. Looks like it was a 1-4 or 1-3 4-3-6 or 4-3-1. I'm not quite sure, but we'll look at the video and figure it out. Either way, the last out of the top of the 9th inning was made there in that rundown. And now the Pioneers will come up in the bottom of the 9th with Clark Wise leading it off. Hopefully that fresh bat, as he just came into the ball game, will give the Pioneers the spark that they need. While we're at it, a new pitcher here for Newark. This will be number 32, Derek Dallas, 6'2", 235-pound right-hander out of Ballinger, Texas. Attends UT Dallas, a teammate of one of Newark's pitchers earlier in the ballgame, Micah Easterling. I'll take a quick break and be back with the bottom of the 9th inning. The Newark Pilots and the Pioneers tied at 10. All right, fans, welcome back here as Clark Wise is stepping in for the Pioneers here. Came in last inning in place of Graham Zaprzinski. And looking over into the bullpen, we have an Arizona Christian product warming up over there. That is our regular center fielder, Kendall Konopka, having a try in the bullpen. We'll see. Hopefully he doesn't have to come into the game. But so far, he is warming up out there. He's the only, I'll put this in air quotes, pitcher warming up. And Clark Wise will take that one outside for a ball. It's count 1-1. And that one outside. And the pitch here is high on Wise. So Derek Dallas on the season. We'll see if we can pull up his stats here. A 2.21 ERA. He's making his 10th appearance tonight. He has started 6 games for Newark. And he'll walk Clark Wise there. Which will be his 14th walk of the season for Dallas. Opponent's batting just .227 against Dallas. So now a runner on first here in Wise. And now Stephen Cloud comes in. The fans here looking for a walk-off win. Clout squares around a bump, but pulls back. And Konopka still warming up over there in the Pioneers bullpen. Looks like he has some gas out there as he's throwing some heaters and looks pretty impressive. Be interesting to see if he does indeed come into the ball game. Dallas taking his time out there on the mound. Delivers a pitch. Clout squares but pulls back as that one went upstairs on him. And looks like the Newark head coach Chris Ebright will come out for a mound conference. Still quite a few fans in attendance here as we approach 10:30 here on a Thursday night. Fans still clinging to hope here. And there's still a good chance the Pioneers tied at 10 here with no outs and a runner on first. And now 3 balls on the hitter, Stephen Clout. And after Clout, we will return to the top of the order. Clout, the way he's holding his bat over there, looks like he's calling his shot right in front of the pitcher's mound. As I'm sure he'd like to hit a little dead sack bunt right there. Clout will square again, and he lays down the bunt right where he was pointing at. And a throw made over to first. Langston bobbled it a little bit, but kept the handle on it. So now the right fielder, Prentice, will step in. And now Chris Seabright will come out, and this will be a pitching change. It'll be interesting to see who he does bring in. We'll see if we can get a number here on this pitcher. Wait for the catcher Barker to step out of the way here and see if I can pick up his number. An unusually long mound conference going on.
Break it up.
And it looks like the new pitcher will be number 27, Cullen Babin. Babin earlier on today, about 4 hours ago, was putting on a juggling clinic out in front of the Newark dugout, which was pretty impressive. Babin on the season with a 4.39 ERA, making his 9th appearance. Has pitched 26 and 2/3 innings, allowing 33 hits, 18 runs with 13 of those earned, 10 walks, 23 strikeouts, and opponents batting .300 against them. So we'll let him make his warm-up tosses here, and then we'll be back with Landon Prentice, the leadoff hitter, at the top of the Elmira lineup. With 1 out here, a runner on second, score tied 10-10. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball. Right, fans, welcome back here as Landon Prentice is now stepping in to the plate. Babin checks the runner at second, delivers a pitch, and it's high and inside. And the rain is really starting to come down here. Now we're trying to hopefully finish off this ball game tonight. If not, it will have to be resumed when the Pioneers visit Newark, as they do not play Newark again here for the remainder of the season. Babin checks the runner, delivers a pitch, and it's in the dirt. And now Kanauka has stepped out of the bullpen, and he'll venture back into the Pioneers dugout. Try to dry off a little bit. And Prentice belts that one, and it will be a walk-off hit. Pioneers will win 11-10 after Clark Wise scores. And that's Pioneers' first walk-off victory of the season. And the remaining fans here at Dunn Field are ecstatic. So the Pioneers win in walk-off fashion, as you see them grouping out there at second. So that big 5-run rally in the top of the 9th inning was not enough to put the Pioneers out, as with 1 out in the inning, Landon Prentice gets the walk-off single, which will score Clark Wise all the way from second. So a very exciting game played here at Dunn Field, and we'll be back tomorrow night as the Pioneers take on the Hawkeyes for some more very exciting PGCBL baseball. You can catch that game live here on Ustream and Teamline. So thank you very much, fans, for watching. It has been a pleasure. A little bit of a scare here in the top of the 9th, but the Pioneers did come away with a victory, 11-10. This was Josh Snyder broadcasting as the Elmira Pioneers take down the Newark Pilots 11-10. We'll be live here again tomorrow for a 7:05 start as the Pioneers take on the Hawkeyes. Hope you all can tune in then. Again, final score 11-10. Fans, enjoy the rest of your night.